In the dark space between the stars, an alien emperor sat in his giant ship and looked at the last planet that stood against him, Earth. For years, his fleet had destroyed many worlds. Now, he wanted to finish the job. His eyes were cold. His voice was hard as stone. He gave the order. Prepare the attack. Earth must fall. Far below, in a small, battered human ship, Captain Arya looked around at her tired crew. Their uniforms were patched, their eyes were red from too many sleepless nights, and the control panel sparked with warning lights. She knew they had little chance against the enemy. Arya stood up straight anyway. The enemy is coming, she said. All of them. You're all that's left. Tom, the engineer, tried to smile as he wiped sweat from his face. Then, let's give them something to remember, he said, trying to be brave. The other crew members nodded. Some tried to laugh. Others just held on to hope. As the human ship floated in the darkness, Arya remembered what had happened before. Cities had burned. People had run for their lives. But humans did not give up. They helped each other. They used broken machines to make new weapons. They turned old radios into jammers, old satellites into shields, and bits of scrap metal into armor for their tiny ship. While other races had surrendered or died, humans kept finding ways to fight back. The Emperor believed that the humans would break. But he was wrong. He watched from his throne as his fleet formed a wall of fire in space. Energy weapons glowed, ready to destroy. On the human ship, Arya looked at a photo of her family stuck to the side of her console. Her daughter was smiling in the picture, her small hand waving. Arya touched the photo gently. She could almost hear her daughter's voice saying, "Promise me, Mommy, never give up." Alarms screamed as the first wave of alien ships attacked. The human ship shook and groaned under the force. Pieces of metal flew from the hull. Tom shouted, "We've lost the main engine. We have to do something now." Arya made her decision. "Activate the drones," she called. The crew sent out dozens of small, homemade drones. The aliens thought they were new ships and fired at them, wasting their shots. The humans used the chaos to slip closer to the enemy fleet. Then, they used another trick. Tom pushed a button, and a jamming signal spread through space, confusing the alien ships. Their computers went dark for a moment. Humans fired their last missiles, aiming for the enemy's weak spots. Several enemy ships exploded in bright flashes. The alien emperor was furious, could not believe that this small group of humans was still fighting. He shouted, "Crush them! Wipe them out!" Arya and her crew had one more secret. While everyone was watching the battle in space, humans on the moon had been building something special. A new weapon powered by the sun, hidden in old tunnels beneath the surface. As the enemy fleet pressed in, the hidden base sent a signal to Arya's ship. She smiled, finally seeing hope. "Moon base now," Arya yelled. From the dark side of the moon, a giant beam of light shot out, sweeping across the enemy fleet. The beam was not meant to destroy, but to disable. Alien ships went silent, their engines dying. The battlefield turned quiet, except for the sounds of human cheers. The Emperor stared at his broken fleet in shock. "How are they still standing?" he whispered. For the first time, he was afraid. Arya's ship, battered but not broken, drifted toward Earth. She looked at her crew, tears in her eyes. "We did it. We're still here. For everyone we lost. For everyone we love." On Earth, people came out of hiding. They saw the alien ships fall from the sky and knew it was finally over. They hugged each other and looked up at the stars, believing in tomorrow again. Children ran and played in the sunlight. Parents wept with relief. The Emperor's rule ended, not because of the biggest weapon or the most powerful army, but because a handful of humans refused to surrender. They used courage, hope, and the strength to adapt to every new problem. Arya stood on the bridge of her ship, watching Earth turn below her. The sun was rising. It lit up the clouds, the mountains, and the seas. She remembered all the pain, all the fear, but she also remembered the promise she had made to her daughter. She kept it. She never gave up. The story of humanity's survival spread across the galaxy. Other races learned that it was not strength or size that made humans special. It was their heart, their hope, the way they stood up again and again, even when everything seemed lost. In the end, it was not power that saved Earth. It was the will to fight, to work together and to never stop believing that tomorrow could be better. And so, in the silent space after the battle, humanity rose from the ashes, ready to build a new world and reach for the stars once more.